Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach Malloy. And we continue our sales series. We have been talking about multiple things. We've been talking about the entrepreneur's mindset. But over the past 2 weeks, since last week, we have started working, breaking it down into what can you do better and right in terms of market mapping, market sizing, targeting the right market. And as we go down this path, we will talk about how do you improve the sales processes, the sales skills of your sales team as well, because the sales team also faces a lot of challenges, and very rarely do we truly address them. The only thing that we do is blame and push without addressing what are the real grassroots challenges. So good morning, everyone. My name is Malloy, and for people who don't know me, I am partner of Action Coach, the world's largest business coaching organization and the oldest business coaching organization. I am the founder of Beyond Red Ocean Consulting. We have become one of India's premier business coaching firm. And over the past 7, 8 years, we have been working with a lot of family businesses, trying to establish processes in terms of sales, in terms of marketing, in terms of finance, and in many cases, how do you build the succession plan? So last week we spoke about how big your market really is, and many of you have sent me messages on my private WhatsApp saying that calculating your real market size gives you a whole new perspective. Yesterday I was doing a group coaching program for a group of entrepreneurs around the country, and when I discussed the same issue, many business owners are not even aware of what the total scope of the business is, and we try going into new markets even before we have addressed the part of our current market. uh, so today we are going to go one layer deeper, because knowing how big the market is only step one. The real question is that decides your profit, that decides your stress level, and that decides your growth. So the question that we are going to ask ourselves today is, are you selling in the right market? And I'll tell you something that I've seen across hundreds of businesses. Most entrepreneurs are not short of effort. They're not short of alignment. They're putting energy into markets that can't appreciate what they truly bring onto the table. Let's say you sell a premium product and most of your customers are bargain hunters. You will always be frustrated because you're trying to sell value to people who only see price. Or imagine you're in the B2B service, consulting, printing, manufacturing, and you're dealing with customers who delay payments every single month. You're not only losing money, you're losing mental peace. And the reason this happens is simple. Many of us don't choose our markets consciously. We take whatever comes. Then months turn into years, and suddenly our business is full of customers we never actually wanted. We didn't build a market, we inherited one. I remember one of my clients from Surat. He was in the textile trade, a solid business, strong work ethic. And every time we met, he looked tired. And I asked him one day, "What's exhausting you so much?" And he says, "Well, every day my team is meeting tailors, small boutiques, small fabrics. Orders keep coming, but margins are thin, payments are delayed, and half the time they cancel after we have sourced the material." So I asked him, "Who are your best customers, the ones that actually makes you happy?" He says, "Exporters. They buy in bulk, they pay on time, and they care about quality." And my simple question was, where does your sales team spend most of your time? And he laughed and said, "Most of them on the small tailors and boutiques. They're easier to reach." And that's when I told him, "You're fishing in the wrong pond." He didn't need more leads. He didn't need more sales team. He just needed better direction. We shifted his focus from 500 small shops to 440 mid-sized exporters. We built a list, created a rhythm of visits, changed the presentation deck to talk about scale and consistency instead of price. Within 3 months, his sales just didn't grow. His frustration vanished. Same product, same people, same market, just a sharper focus. So let me ask you this. In your business right now, who are you chasing? Are they the right customers or just the ones who respond fastest? You see, every business has three layers of market: the wrong market, the general market, and the right market. The wrong market, these are the people who don't value what you offer. They only buy on price. They treat you like a supplier. They treat you like a vendor, not a partner. They exhaust your team, drain your margins, and never recommend you to anyone. The general market, these are the people who do need your product, but they have many options. You can sell here if you differentiate well, but you have to work harder to stand out. And the right market, your niche, these are your ideal customers. They value what you offer. They trust you once you deliver. They don't chase discounts. They pay on time. They refer others and they give you a space to grow. Now pause and think for a minute. Where does most of your business come from right now? The wrong market, the general market, or your niche market? If 70% of your energy is getting into the first two, then you're working hard but in the wrong place. Take a sheet of paper and draw three columns: wrong market, general market, and right market. Now list down all your customers into each one of these categories. Write them against these criteria. Who negotiates the most? Who argues after delivery? Who pays without drama and appreciates your work? That list will exactly tell you your company needs focus needs to shift, because your profit doesn't come from your product. It comes from where your product fits best. I was once coaching a company that sells industrial cleaning machines. They used to sell to everyone: malls, factories, schools, hotels, whoever called. But when we analyzed the data, we found something amazing. Out of all the customers, hotels gave them the highest margins, lowest complaints, and fastest repeat orders. Because why? Because hotels cared about hygiene, uptime, and reliability. They wanted service, they didn't just want machines. So we built a vertical just for the hospitality segment: brochures, service contract, demo kits, everything tuned for hotels. Within 6 months, the hotel clients went from 8 to 22, and the profitability increased by 18. Same city, same machines, same team, just a smarter focus on the right market. So how do you find your right market? And here are 5 questions to ask yourself. And I understand if you're at the growing up stage, you may not have the option of going and asking these 5 questions. But these 5 questions should always be your trigger point. You may sign up clients who are in the wrong market today, but your job as entrepreneur, your job as the head of your sales should be to move away from the wrong customers, wrong market as soon as possible when you fill up with your niche customers. Your 5 questions that you constantly ask yourself: who values what you do, not just buys it? Who buys fairly on time without begging or chasing? Who gives you repeat business, just not one order a year? Who treats you like a partner and not a vendor? And who refers others without being asked? If your customer ticks 4 of these 5 boxes, they are the right market. And that's where you should invest your time, energy, and money. And this is a simple model that you can use from tomorrow. I call it the 3 filters test. Filter number 1, profit filter. Which customer segments gives you the best margin consistently, not the biggest orders, but the best profitability? Compatibility filter. Where do customers respect your time, communicate, and the way of working? And the growth filter: which segment is growing fast? Where can you ride the wave instead of swimming against the current? When you overlap these 3 filters, that's your sweet spot, and that's your right market. So as always, you have an assignment for the week, and I want you to do this exercise before we meet next week. Make a list of all the types of customers you serve. Against each type, note which one gives you the most profit, mark which ones gives you the most stress or complaints. Decide one segment you will stop chasing starting next month. Decide one segment you will double down on, where your value is truly, truly appreciated. Because growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing less, but doing it right. You can't win every market. You can dominate one, and that's enough for you to build a great business. And as we end today, I want you to take a quiet moment and ask yourself, if I had to rebuild my business from scratch today, would I still serve the same customers? And that's an extremely powerful question. If the answer is yes, congratulations, you're on the right market. If the answer is no, it's time to make the changes, even the small ones, because every big shift begins with a small decision. Stay focused, stay connected, watch these videos again and again because all of them are on YouTube, because you may have missed out something that you can actually put into practice tomorrow. Next week, we'll address something even more important. What exactly are you selling? Because if you can't explain what makes you different in one sentence, your customers will default to only comparing you with price. So we will start learning on how to build your USPs and value proposition and how to make the customer say, I want to buy from you, not from anyone else. I sign off today. Thank you for investing your morning into thinking deeply about your business. Let's build businesses that spell smarter and not harder. Till next week, same place, same time. Have a great Monday. And as we come to the end of November, in 2 weeks from now, I hope you are closing November on a true high. Take care. God bless. See you soon. Same place, same time next Monday.